Hey guys, and welcome to another deals packed week on Xbox. In this video, I'll be giving you the hot goss on the 10 most unmissable game bargains. From a deal to die for on Friday the 13th to a Skyrim price slash you can't afford to pass up. Let's take a look. There are two sides to Friday the 13th. The first side is playing as the camp counselors and cowering in fear as the deranged killer Jason stalks you through the trails and cabins of Crystal Lake on a rampage. You don't know what you've done to make him so mad. Maybe you used his favourite knife to butter your toast. But whatever you did, there's no reasoning with him, so you just have to hide and hope he doesn't get his hands on you, because when he does, there's usually a horrific murder. The flip side to Friday the 13th is the fact you can also play as Jason, and he's got a few powers at his disposal, such as teleportation, supervision, and an array of very stylish outfits from several different film eras. Dress for the job you want, they say, which is probably why most of Jason's involve blood-splattered overalls and a big mask to hide his hideous face. In any case, this is one big thrilling game of hide and seek, and for this price, you really need to check it out. If the recent blockbuster movie starring the abs-tacular Alicia Vikander put you in the outdoorsy mood, then this is the deal for you. Not only do you get the critically acclaimed Rise of the Tomb Raider, in which Miss Croft trots off to Siberia to find the secret of immortality, but a load of extra stuff to celebrate 20 years of Lara. Bundled in is all the DLC released thus far, including single-player expansions in Blood Ties, Baba Yaga, the Temple of the Witch, and The Cold Darkness Awakened. These add hours of extra gameplay, fill in the backstory, and throw in some supernatural challenges. I love the 5 classic skins that come with this deal in particular, turning Lara into a, shall we say, slightly more angular treasure hunter, and referencing the 90s when her ponytail was a sausage. If you've got Xbox One X, you can see these skins in native 4K, as Rise of the Tomb Raider is of course Xbox One X enhanced, and you can also select the enhanced visuals option to boost the graphics even more, or high frame rate for the smoothest possible action. The real challenge in this game is trying to pick between them. I'm currently working my way through Unravel, and I have to say, it's bloody lovely. You have to guide this little ball of yarn through an idyllic side-scrolling countryside whilst using your string to swing, bounce, and manipulate the environment, and every time I play it, I feel a sense of calmness washing over me. This must be what people feel like when they knit. It's just a great antidote to anyone who finds themselves getting annoyed after losing a game of PUBG or Overwatch. And for people who just need to, as my mum says when she's trying to relate to me, chillax. Every level has a different tranquil atmosphere and unique hazards like giant crabs and birds. Well, actually, they're normal size. Yarny is just tiny. If it was me, I'd just step on them. Unravel has been a fixture on games deals before, but honestly, this price is a steal for a game that brings peace to your soul. At least it did to mine until I picked up PUBG again. This week also sees The Surge's price get slashed, which is pretty apt seeing as it's a violent sci-fi adventure that lets you slice and dice enemies into very uneven bits. That's the cool thing about this game. You target individual limbs and chop them off before looting whatever you dismember. If you really want what that guy's got on his left arm, chop that off and take it for yourself. No one minds, because this is a factory where all the workers have gone haywire. It's kill or be killed against deadly robots, augmented co-workers, and rogue AI. There's also an entire crafting portion where you build, upgrade, and equip weapons and armor, making yourself stronger by crafting on new exoskeletons and industrial equipment, such as drills and jackhammers. Don't mess with builders of the future, that's all I can say. Crypt of the Necrodancer combines dungeon crawling and dance, so you can deliver beatdowns to the beat. The angle here is that all the enemies move in line with the rhythm, so you have to navigate the grid and work out when to strike. It's basically like playing checkers in a rave. There's nothing else quite like it, so at this price I can't recommend it enough. If you've got a natural sense of rhythm, this is a game for you. And if not, Crypt of the Necrodancer might just teach you how to groove. The other cool thing about Crypt of the Necrodancer is the roguelike element. Every stage you play is random, so rather than memorize the map, you're forced to focus on the music and react accordingly. With bats, slimes, skeletons, and dragons all squaring off as the soundtrack blares, it really is murder on the dance floor. Layers of Fear is a first-person psychedelic horror game that will stay with you long after you finish playing. Delve deep into the mind of an insane painter as you uncover his terrifying madness and what it's driving him to do. As you wander around his vast Victorian mansion, the very walls around you will change as you experience visions, fear, and the horror that occupy his thoughts. Layers of Fear isn't a jump scare horror, it's more of an unsettling experience that gets right under your skin and will have you holding your breath as you anxiously peek around every corner. Plus, you get to experience all this madness for under a $5. Just don't go complaining to Xbox On when you can't sleep at night. While Layers of Fear is a slow-burning horror, Emily Wants to Play is like one of those YouTube videos where a zombie pops out of nowhere and scares you half to death. Picture the scene. It's 11 PM and you're delivering a pizza. You go inside a pretty dilapidated house, but no one seems to be home. It's then when the door slams shut behind you and you're locked inside with a bunch of murderous dolls. Of course, they don't seem murderous at first, but as the night goes on, they'll come to life and track you down, jumping out when you least expect it, forcing you to throw your controller halfway across the room. Not speaking from experience, of course. Fans of jump scare horrors will love this tense nightmare as you work out which steps to take to try and stay alive through the night. At only a couple of quid, it's worth a go. Even if you do nope out of there quicker than you can say your pizza's here. I seem to be on a bit of a horror game spree, so why not continue it with the terrifying Outlast 2? The Outlast games always manage to be extra scary because there's such a sense of helplessness about them. You're just a normal guy who can't fight back, who can't use weapons or set traps. It's all about running, hiding, and using your wits to stay alive rather than a machine gun. Outlast 2 takes you to the Arizona desert as you investigate a cult living in a town in the deep wilderness. There's been a gruesome murder, and as a journalist, you're looking to get to the bottom of it. What you weren't planning on though is your helicopter crash landing with no way to get help, which is never convenient. Trying to stay alive as the cult track you down is absolutely terrifying as you're forced to run and hide, never knowing if you'll see the light of day. And as Outlast 2 is Xbox One X enhanced, expect to see all that horror looking its very finest. With a whopping 67% off, why not treat yourself to some sleepless nights? I'm pretty sure if you worked out how many hours of gameplay you get for each pound spent on Skyrim, this would actually be the best deal ever. Not needing much of an introduction, Skyrim is the much-loved, huge open-world RPG that sees you as the Dragonborn. Apart from taking arrows to the knee and shouting Fosra-da at everyone, you'll be doing more quests than you can shake a staff at and venturing over beautiful landscapes. And with the Xbox One X enhancement, they're more beautiful than ever. Even if you've already played Skyrim, the special edition brings the inclusion of mods, which really is a game changer. From mods that improve visuals to mods that change enemies into Thomas the Tank Engine, you won't be stuck for things to do in this epic adventure. If you've recently got into the thrill of escaping prison in A Way Out, then what better way to get your next dose of freedom than from The Escapists 2? The ultimate prison sandbox, you'll need to play by the rules while secretly planning your escape. Attend roll calls, work your day job, make friends and enemies, and then get ready to say "see ya, suckers" as you collect the tools to break free and set down an escape route. You can customize your prisoner from an array of choices, then unite with friends to create the ultimate prison escape crew, whether it's online or couch co-op. The prisons are bigger and better than ever in this sequel, forcing you to be more creative with your planning. Will you dig for freedom? Or will you just take down every guard and make a break for it? If you've got Xbox Live Gold, then give it a go and see if you've got what it takes to be the ultimate prisoner. And there we have it, 10 incredible deals to see you through the week. Let me know in the comments what deals you're going to be checking out, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with our weekly deals video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!